So Unity 2019.2 was released about a week ago, and in this video we're gonna check out what's new, what's been updated, and the most important changes you need to know before entering the new version. If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment on this video and join our Discord server for game development with over 14,000 members. You can join us by going to the link on screen right now, or simply head over to the description box. So I'm going to read from the 2019.2 announcement blog post and show the most important changes in the Unity editor. But first, this video is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business, ranging from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics. As game makers, it's very important for us to allocate most of our time onto building our actual game and polishing our project. Squarespace makes it very easy to create and maintain an online presence for your game and your game studio to ensure that you're always connected to your players. Squarespace allows you to have a full overview of your site's traffic so you can measure how your online presence performs and how it helps with sales or downloads on your game. You can also use Squarespace to easily purchase domains, create a website with videos and other imageries of promoting your game, and add more functions to your site such as user comments and scheduled posts. Make sure to go to the link in the description or simply squarespace.com for a free trial now, and when you're ready to launch, head over to squarespace.com/Sykoo or the link in the description once again and save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. So in this blog post, they begin with this, quote, "We have over 1,000 developers dedicated to extending and improving Unity for you. In this release, you get more than 170 new features and enhancements for artists, designers, and programmers. We have updated Pro Builder, Shader Graph, 2D animation, Burst Compiler, UI elements, and many more. Read on for the highlights or simply watch Sykoo's video." As per usual, I will link Unity Hub and Unity 2019.2 in the description box below, so make sure to download them while you're watching this video. That way you're actually ready once this video finishes. So let us get started by taking a look at some of the major feature updates. They say this, quote, "Pro Builder 4.0 ships as verified with Unity 2019.2 and is our unique hybrid of 3D modeling and level design tools, optimized for building simple geometry but capable of detailed editing and UV unwrapping as needed. Polybrush is now available via Package Manager as a preview package. This versatile tool lets you sculpt complex shapes from any 3D model, position detail meshes, paint in custom lighting or coloring, and blend textures across meshes directly in the Unity editor." I don't know why I keep adding Unity whenever it says like editor or the version number like 2019.2. I keep saying Unity 2019.2, but it's like, it's obvious this is a Unity video. God damn it! VFX Graph is the new audio rendering / mixing system built on top of Unity's C# job system. It is now available as a preview package. All three features can be installed in Unity through the Package Manager, and if you don't know where that is, you just have to open up Unity, go into Window, and enter the Package Manager. You should also make sure that you go into Advanced and enable Show Preview Packages, otherwise it's not going to show VFX Graph and Polybrush because they're in preview. Moving on, they have improved how UI Elements, which is Unity's new UI framework, renders the UI for graph-based tools like Shader Graph, Visual Effect or VFX Graph, and visual scripting. These changes provide a much smoother and responsive feel when you author more complex graphs in the editor. Congratulations, he said editor without adding Unity, woo! Subgraphs have also been added to the VFX Graph, and subgraphs basically help you better organize your complex graphs. You can share, combine, and reuse subgraphs for blocks and operators, and also embed complete VFX within VFX. Unity has also improved the integration between Visual Effect Graph and the High Definition Render Pipeline, or HDRP as it's often referred to, which pulls VFX Graph in by default, providing us with additional rendering features. They also say this, quote, "With Shader Graph, you can now use color modes to highlight nodes on your graph with colors based on various features, or select your own colors to improve readability. This is especially useful in larger graphs. We have added swappable sprites functionality to the 2D animation tool. With this new feature, you can change a game object's rendered sprites while reusing the same skeleton rig and animation clips. This lets you quickly create multiple characters using different sprite libraries, or customize parts of them with sprite resolvers. Now, you can swap sprites to create characters that are completely different visually, but use the same animation rig. Both of these are super because shader graph is now more customizable for yourself to improve readability with different colors, and swappable sprites for 2D animations is just an amazing addition to a feature that's already crazy good because you can rig 2D characters within the Unity editor, which is still insane to me. And by the way, if you want to see and learn more about these features, I will add links in the description to some resources you should totally check out. But you should also subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up because I will be making more easy to follow tutorial videos on this channel for these features. And now moving on, let's see what's new for graphics. Just a heads up that this part will be a little bit longer, but here are the most interesting features for graphics. Quote, in this release, our high-definition render pipeline, also called HDRP once again, includes an arbitrary output variables API, which is also called AOV, allowing you to output material properties only, lighting only, depth buffer, and other passes from the scene. As well, this API is now used in the Unity recorder, which makes it easy to export specific outputs for rendering with HDRP. We have also added dynamic resolution, which allows you to scale the resolution at which the world is rendered with hardware dynamic resolution support. This gives you better performance compared to software dynamic resolution. The new Ambient Occlusion effect is a screen space shading and rendering algorithm that improves the quality of ambient lighting simulation in your scene, especially for small-scale details while providing good performance. You can choose from several options to optimize for performance and quality. There are new 2D features in the lightweight render pipeline, also called LWRP, such as the experimental 2D renderer, which now contains 2D pixel perfect and 2D lights. The new 2D lights enable you to easily enhance visuals of 2D projects directly without having to use 3D lights or custom shaders. I also want to add on top of that, I'm going to link my tutorial video for 2D lights and 2D renderer in the description, and I will link it, don't worry, I'm not going to forget about it again. But yeah, simply make sure to check it out if you're interested in learning how 2D lights work. Shader Graph now has 2D master nodes to create 2D unlit and lit sprite shaders. Additionally, precision modes let you set nodes to use less GPU memory, which helps increase performance on diverse platforms, including mobile. Lightmap denoising now works on all editor platforms regardless of GPU manufacturer. We have also made a fundamental change in how you configure the baking, giving you new possibilities for speeding up lightmap baking. As well, we're introducing new probe workflows, which they're linking to a page, which I'm also going to include in the description. Nice guy syndrome, I know. With ProbeLit GI contributors, you can choose if objects that contribute global illumination should receive GI from light probes or light maps. This allows mesh renderers to contribute to balanced lighting calculations without occupying texels in the light map, which can lead to huge improvements in bake times and reduced memory usage. This release also includes major speed improvements in our GPU light mapper, especially during lighting iterations. New features include multiple important sampling support for environment lighting and increased sampling performance when using view prioritization or small/low occupancy light maps. The NVIDIA Optics AI denoiser has been upgraded for better performance and lower memory usage and to add support for NVIDIA Turing GPUs. It is supported in the GPU Lightmapper. Lightmapping now supports the Intel Open Image Denoise library, which is a machine learning-based filter. It will improve your light mapping workflow and lightmap quality by post-processing light maps. Noise and unwanted artifacts are removed so that you can get smooth, noise-free light maps that use far fewer samples. Alright, so that's it for graphics, and now let's talk a little bit about programmers before we move on, and this is going to be really short, so I'll just keep us focused on the main highlights. For developers of mobile apps, we have introduced screen brightness controls via the new screen.brightness property for iOS and Android, and improved the Replay Kit API for iOS. We have also made it easier to adjust your UI by adding support for detecting the bounding box around the notches. We have started to move the code editor integrations and thus the IDEs from core to packages and exposed our C# APIs. With this release, the Visual Studio Code and JetBrains Rider integrations are available as packages. Visual Studio will be available as a package in an upcoming release. Told you it was going to be short. That is pretty much it for programmers that I wanted to share. Now finally, a quick overview of overall improvements to the workflow, the editor, and just things you should know of when getting into Unity 2019.2. They say, we're continuing to make the editor leaner and more modular by converting several existing features into packages, including Unity UI, 2D Sprite Editor, and 2D Tilemap Editor. They can be easily integrated, upgraded, or removed via the package manager. Optimized frame pacing for Android, developed in partnership with Google's Android gaming and graphics team, provides consistent frame rates and hence smoother gameplay experience by enabling frames to be distributed with less variance. We have added an APK size check using Android app bundles so you can see the final APK size of different targets for large apps. HDRP, or the High Definition Render Pipeline, also now supports VR, so if you're making a VR game, make sure to try it out. And then finally, the updated AR Foundation 2.2 includes support for face tracking, 2D image tracking, 3D object tracking, and environment probes. Alright, so that is pretty much all for Unity 2019.2 with the main features, improvements, and changes you should know of. If you want to check out the full blog post for yourself or the new landing page that they have for announcements, make sure to check out the links in the description. If you have any questions, need help, or feel like suggesting a new tutorial to me, make sure to leave a comment down below, and you should also join our game development Discord server with over 14,000 members where you can find a bunch of like-minded and active game developers to chat to. You can join us by going to discord.gg/polyrealm or simply head over to the description box and click the link where it says Discord. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, make sure to give this video a like and hit subscribe for more. I would also like to give a huge thank you to all of our incredible Patreon supporters from July, and special thanks to Kupla, Infinity PBR, Flu Joey, AcademyOfGames.com, Sebastian Vaggi, Glasswell Entertainment, Couch Ferret, Tim Gunn, and Stephen Eddy. You guys are awesome. So I will be super active in the comment section and in our Discord server, so I look forward to see you guys there. So have a good one, and thanks for watching.